So here we are, guys. It is Diamond League 354. Yes, Diamond League 354. And it is Sunday night playoff time. The Gladiators, last I checked, it was the finals. We are up 2-1, going to our opposition's ballpark, and haven't looked at any results yet. One game just finished simming. I guess game 4 finished simming. No, game 5 would have finished simming. But let's go and look at the highlights for game 4. We are up 2-1 in the final. The winner of this series goes to Perfect League. I've never been there before. I don't know what I would do if I was there, but we are going to call the highlights. We are up against MP. I can't remember what team that stands for. There it is. They're the Milpin Korean team, which won their division in Diamond 354 with an 81-81 record. So they were a 500 team and finished first in their division. Pretty crazy. Gladiators finished with about a 93-win season. We won our division, and actually, no, we won our division, but we had to go into the wild card because we're in a short league. So we won our wild card, won the next series, won the semifinals, and then moved on to the finals. So here it is, finals, game 4. Gladiators up 2-1 against the Milpin Korean team. So let's see how this game plays out. I'm a little bit nervous. I don't know the results of this game and the one that just simmed. By now, we might be in perfect. I don't know, but let's check it out. First at bat, and we strike out. So it looks like they've moved us now to the top of the first. 2 on for us. Yay. 1 out. And Jim Tomei at the plate against Bullet Joe Rogan on the mound. So Diamond Bullet Joe Rogan, and that is hit to center field. That should be deep enough to score a run. Oh no. Out. Thrown out at the plate. No runs for the Gladiators. Wasted opportunity. Here we now are bottom, or actually top of the second. 2 on, 1 out for the Gladiators. Jackie Robinson at bat, and this one is hit to the wall in center field. That's going to bounce off the wall. It might have been hit too hard because that is only going to score 1 run, a double for Jackie Robinson, and the Gladiators are up 1-0. Still in the top of the second, runner on third, 2 out. Oscar Charleston at the plate. Can he cash in the second run? Yes, he does. That is driven down the left field line. That is going to score a second run, and he is in with a double. Actually, a third run comes in, and it is 3-0 Gladiators to the bottom of the second. 2 on for Milpin, McCovey, and Tomei. Richie Ashburn at the plate. Carl Hubble on the mound for the Gladiators. That is driven to the left field, and that is going to drop. You can probably hear some of the nervousness in my voice. This is the furthest I've ever been in Perfect Team. I've made the final a couple times, but never been up in the final series. So bottom of the second, no one on. Or actually, no one out. Bases loaded. We are in a jam. Cal Ripken Jr. at the plate. Carl Hubble on the mound. Here comes the pitch, and that is a lazy fly ball. Deep, but it is not going to score the run. Runners hold. They did not want to face the arm of King Kelly. Bases loaded, 1 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Roy Campanella at the plate. Here comes the pitch. And that is a strikeout for Hubble. Big strikeout. Again, bases loaded, 2 out now for Milpin. Hank Aaron at the plate. Here comes the pitch from Hubble. And Hank Aaron goes down swinging. Gladiators get out of a jam, bases loaded with no out, and they don't give up any runs in the bottom of the second. We move to the top of the third, 1 out. Jim Thome at the plate, Bullet Joe Rogan on the mound for Milpin. Here comes the pitch, and that is driven deep right field, and that is gone. And the Gladiators, with their beautiful silver, gold, and red uniforms, add an insurance run. It is 4-0 Gladiators. We move to the bottom of the fourth. 4-0, Gladiators up 2-0. Runner on first for Milpin, McCovey at the plate. Here comes the pitch. That is driven into the center left field gap. That is going to probably score a run. And yes, Thome hangs up at third. No runs. Actually, 1. They did get a run as we move to the bottom of the 8th. Gladiators up 5-1. I like the look of this. However, they are threatening. Milpin with Carew at third. Thome at the plate. Mort Cooper in on relief. Here comes the pitch, and that is deep right field. That's going to be gone, and Milpin scrapes a couple more in, and they are now down 5-3. Bottom 8, 1 out. McCovey at the plate. No one on. Getting a little scary now. Milpin is creeping closer. What can they do? Here comes the pitch. And that is booted by the second baseman. He cannot get that over in time. And Milpin stays alive. Full count, Richie Ashburn at the plate, Willie McCovey at first, Eckersley on to try and close it out in the 8th inning, strikes out Ashburn. Key strikeout. 2 out, runner on first, Lou Brock at the plate. Eckersley coming with the heat. Here's the pitch, and that drops in center field. That is going to move the runner to second base. And the winning run is at the plate. Roy Campanella, Brock and McCovey on first and second. Here comes the pitch. That drops in front of the left fielder. That is going to score the 4th run for Milpin. And Rocky Mountain, with a 5-1 lead into the 8th inning, have now given up the potential winning run. Wade Boggs at the plate, 2 out, 2 on. Milpin behind by 1. Rocky Mountain, Eckersley delivers the pitch. That is a pop-up to center, and that is going to retire the side. Whew! That was close. Wow. Wow. The collecting app is blocking the scoreboard. What are we doing? The scoreboard is, All right, let's see if we can move that down a little bit. Thanks for the note there, Radman. See if we can move that down. There we go. We have the scoreboard showing. It is 5-4 Rocky Mountain as we move to the bottom of the 9th. This is the Diamond Finals. The Gladiators are up 2-1 and up 1 run in the 9th. 3 balls, 1 strike to Luke Appling. Here comes the pitch, and that is going to drop just over the second baseman's head. So MP Milpin has the tying run on first. Nobody out. McGraw on the mound, and a stolen base. No, he is gunned down. Wow. Key throw out for Mickey Cochran. 1 out, Rod Carew at the plate. A home run will tie it. Do they have the comeback in him. Here comes the pitch. And a strikeout. Carew goes down swinging. Nerve-wracking time. Clemente at the plate. If anyone can tie it up, it is Roberto. Tug McGraw against Clemente. 2 out, 3 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. And a weak fly ball. Center fielder runs in, and the Gladiators take this one 3-1 lead after a 5-4 victory against the Milpin. Korea makes it close, but we are able to take that one in a nail-biter. They failed to score a run. They had the bases loaded early in the game with no one out, and they couldn't cash in. We scored 3 in the second, 1 in the third, and then the game winner in the 7th. Milpin scores 3 of their own in the 8th inning, but we hold on to win. Carl Hubble, 5 2/3 inning, takes the win. Mort Cooper with a hold, Eckersley with a hold, and Tug McGraw with his 3rd save of the playoffs. Bullet Joe Rogan goes 5 2/3 for Milpin, takes the loss, and they can't quite come back to make it a game or to at least tie up the series. All right, game number 5 has come in. We are going to load it up real quick here. Gladiators again have a 3-1 lead in the finals. But hey, we've seen stranger things happen. Sometimes teams have reverse sweeps. Sometimes they make it close to a game 7. Guys, again, those of you that are tuning in, I know I don't have my regular audience because I'm usually on in the mornings, in the early afternoon, but I had to jump on. OOTP wasn't doing their regular stream of the Perfect World Series because, again, Mr. Deschnett has the week off. I made the finals. I was up 2-1, and I thought, I got to jump on, even if it's just to record it for my own sake. So game number 5, let's go to the highlights. Let's see how this one turns out and see if we have to head back home to a game 6 and maybe a game 7. All right, we are facing Vida Blue. Ken Griffey Jr. for the Gladiators leads off the first inning. Again, we are only looking at the highlights, so could be a quick game or it could be a long one. And Ken Griffey with a weak grounder to second. That is the first out. We head to the top of the second. Gladiators have a runner on first. Brooks Robinson at the plate facing Vida Blue. Game 5 of the World Series. That is going to drop in right field. That goes to the wall. Is Killebrew going to have enough to score? Yes. And into third is Jackie Robinson with a triple. 1-0 Gladiators in the second inning. We go to the bottom of the second. Richie Ashburn at the plate for Milpin. Jim Tomei is on first. Al Holland is opening up the game for the Gladiators. Here comes the pitch, and that is an inside ball. 2 on for Milpin. Kevin Brown comes in as the follower for Rocky Mountain. Cal Ripken at the plate. 2 on, 1 out. 1-0 Gladiators. Here comes the pitch. And that is a weak fly ball to the second baseman. A key out there. As we head to the top of the third. 1 out. Paul Hines on first base. Got some speed. Oscar Charleston at the plate. Facing Vida Blue. Here comes the pitch. That is driven to the gap in left center, right center field. That goes to the wall. That should be enough to score Hines. Yes, it is. And into third, safe with the triple, is Oscar Charleston. It is 2-0. Gladiators, top of 3. They score a run to make it 3-0. So we go now to the bottom of the third. And it is looking a little bit scary as the Milpin Korean have 2 on, 1 out. Kevin Brown facing Roberto Clemente. And that is deep. That is a 3-run shot. Oh no, the Gladiators give up a 3-run home run, and that is going to even the game. 3-0. Whew. Yeah, the sound, Radman, the sound looks to be okay on my end. Let me know if it comes back in there. But all the settings look pretty good on my end of the stream. Well, 3-3, top of 4, runner on first, full count to Willie Wells. Willie Wells at the plate, Brooks Robinson on first base. Here comes the pitch. And that is driven to short and an easy double play. The Gladiators cannot capitalize as we go to the top of 7. 2 out. Robinson on first. Paul Hines at the plate. Here comes the pitch. And that is a stolen base. A tremendous jump for Robinson. And he gets into second. Is that going to be the key stolen base? Top of 7. 3 balls, 1 strike. Paul Hines. Jackie Robinson at second. Key play. Here comes the pitch. And that's on the inside corner. And that is going to put runners at first and second for Ken Griffey Jr. Lefty against righty Adam. Not sure which Adam this is. It is Jason Adam. Facing the 99 Topps bunt card. Griffey Jr., 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 on. Here comes the pitch. And he goes down watching strike 3. Wasted opportunity. As we move to the bottom of 8, 3 balls, 1 strike. Eckersley on to face Luke Appling for Milping, Korea. Here comes the pitch from Eckersley. Outside, and that is going to put a runner on. Runner's now on second. I'm assuming a stolen base or wild pitch. Rod Carew at the plate, a 3-3 game. Here comes the pitch. That is to right field. Should be an easy play for King Kelly. Yes, 1 out. But they still have a runner on second. Clemente at the plate already hit a 3-run dinger, and he goes down swinging. Cooperstown Eckersley records a key out. But now he has to face lefty Jim Thome. Thome at the plate. No balls, no strikes. Runner on second. Here comes the pitch, and that is a weak squibbler to the mound. Eckersley throws out Thome, and they escape without giving up a run. Whew. Need to take a breath here, Radman. This is 3-3 game. Gladiators up 3-1. Kirby Yates on the mound. The perfect Kirby Yates up against Harmon Killebrew. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. And that is on the inside corner. Killebrew with the eye takes ball 4, and the Gladiators have runners on. One runner on. Runner on first, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brooks Robinson at the plate. I don't like the looks of this. Don't like the double play possibility, but here comes the pitch, and he drives it to third. A weak hit to third. It is going to move the runner, and he is safe. Wow, Brooks Robinson beats out a grounder to third base. Jim Thome at the plate. Runners on first and second. 2 balls. Yates on the mound. No one out. Here we go. Here comes the pitch. Can he move the runners along? That is squibbed by the second baseman, and he makes it. Whew. If we can't get out of this with at least a run. Wow. Bases loaded. This should be my Monday or Tuesday audience. It's a shame we don't have more people here. Wow. Bases loaded. Thome at first. Robinson at second. Pop Lloyd at third. Jackie Robinson at the plate. 3 balls. No strikes. Yates still on the mound. Here comes the pitch. And he walks him. That is a leading run. Lloyd scores from third. Robinson takes the walk. And we are still in the top of the 9th inning. Bases loaded, 1 out now. Robinson at first. Thome at second. Brooks Robinson at third. Ken Griffey Jr. at the plate. We need a sacrifice fly. Here comes the pitch. That is driven, and that is going to be a throw him out at home, throw him out at first, double play. And we get out of the inning only with a run. That could cost us. Bases loaded, no one out, and we only score 1. Eckersley still in the game. McCovey at the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Gotta get him. And that is driven to second, and it is the first out of the inning. Ashburn at the plate. Not your typical guy you would see in Diamond League, but what can he do up against Eckersley? Here comes the pitch, and it is a weak pop foul ball caught by Kelly, who's in at the catching position now, and 2 out. Here's the scenario. Dennis Eckersley facing Lou Brock. Bottom of 9. 2 out. Gladiators with a 3-1 lead in the Diamond 354 World Series. I almost don't want to throw the ball, Radman. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Eckersley on the mound, Lou Brock at the plate. He's got some speed. Here comes the pitch. And that is hit. That should do it. That's it. I think that's it, right? There were 2 out. Was that it? Bottom of 9? No. What happened? What happened? Was that a base hit? I don't know how to go back and look at what happened in that. I thought that was a 3rd out. I guess not. Lou Brock on first. Tell me what I'm missing here, Radman. I thought that was a pop out to first baseman. I guess not. Campanella at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. McGraw looking to close out the game. Here we go. He strikes out. That is it. That is it. The Rocky Mountain Gladiators take the World Series in Diamond 354 after a bizarre play that should have been the third out of the inning. I don't know what happened there. Let's go and look at the box score. I almost don't want to download this because I don't want OOTP to take that away from me, but this is the new download. For those of you that have been following me for the last month and a half on Twitch, the trials and tribulations of the Rocky Mountain Gladiators. Yeah. I got to go back to look at the game log, though, because I don't know what happened. But right, that was this game. Yeah, going to the game log. Top of 9, we score to take the lead after having the bases loaded. McCovey grounds out, Ashburn flies out, and Lou Brock apparently singled. That sure didn't look like a Lou Brock single, but it gave him a single. That could have been costly if Campanella would have hit one out. Whoa. So let's go back and look at the box score. I'm literally can't keep my hands still here as I try and navigate the mouse. Vida Blue goes 6 2/3 for Milpin, doesn't take the loss. Kirby Yates takes the loss, 2-2 in the postseason. Al Holland opens up for Rocky Mountain. Kevin Brown comes in to follow. Matheson, Eckersley, both two guys that I picked up in the Cooperstown 4 missions, and Tug McGraw comes in to one batter and gets the out to record save number 4. So as we head to the box score, the game score, Rocky Mountain, there it is. The Rocky Mountain Gladiators win the World Series Diamond 354. 2-0 in the wild card, 3-0 in the division series, a squeaker 4-3 against the top team in the league in the regular season, which was the Cleveland Fossils. 103 wins, Rocky Mountain had 92, Milpin had only 81, and they beat out Hartford in the semifinals, who had 100 wins. We'll be right back after this ad break, guys. I need a beverage real quick. Stay tuned as we wrap up the playoffs in Diamond. Well, this wasn't a planned stream. I was watching the Gladiators go through the playoffs. As you guys saw, we were a wild card, or at least had to play in the wild card round. And somehow, some way, we managed to win the wild card in 2 games. We defeated the OK Landesknecht 10-2 and 4-0. So we crushed the wild card series. Then we went on to the division series, where we went up against the Grover Beach Grouches. The Grover Beach Grouches, that's a handful. And they finished with a 95-67 record. So we were a couple games under them. We had 92 wins. So we were the underdog in that one. And we won 5-1, 8-3, and 3-1. Fantastic round for the boys in that series. We went on to the league championship series, where we went up against the Cleveland Fossils, as I said, the number 1 team in the regular season, 103 wins, 59 losses. and it was a tight one. We won game 1 10-2. They beat us 3-2. We beat them 3-0. We beat them 3-0 again, so we were up 3-1. Then we lost 5-4, 4-1, and went to game 7. And we won in a nail biter 3-2 in 11 innings. Talk about a team of destiny, a Cinderella team that went from wild card to a 7th game against the league champions in the regular season, scoring 2 in the 8th, down 2-0. 2 in the 8th. We got to check that out. We got to check out the game log, because this was our season here. Charleston grounds out. King Kelly grounds out. So we have 2 out in the 8th inning. Joe DiMaggio walks. Killebrew ties up the game. And that's up against Tom Seaver. So Tom Seaver gave up the game-tying run with 2 out. And then we go to the bottom of the 8th. Cleveland makes a little bit of a run. They have Williams at 3rd, Garrett at 2nd, Jim Thome flies out. In the 9th, nothing going on. Nothing in the 10th. And then top of 11, Pop Lloyd flies out, Jim Thome doubles, Jackie Robinson, after a pass ball, scores Thome from 3rd with a sac fly. And in the bottom of the 11th, Gehrig is hit by a pitch, Mantle strikes out, Aaron flies out, Matheson, unexpected finisher, comes in, and he gets King Kelly to hit in the fielder's choice. That's how close OOTP and baseball can be. 2 out in the 8th. We're down 2-0. We win game 7 and move on to the World Series against Milpin, Korea, where we win 3-1. We win 2-0. They beat us 6-3. We win 5-4. And then somehow Lou Brock gets on with a hit that looked like a fly out to first. And we hold on for a 4-3 victory. So that is quite the run. Willie McCovey, the playoff hero in the wild card in the division series. It was Joe DiMaggio. Hero status in the league championship, it was King Kelly. And in the World Series, it was Oscar Charleston. Mickey Cochran went through the playoffs with a .444 average. Harmon Killebrew .429. Charleston .421. Brooks Robinson .316. And then it really tailed off in terms of averages. Not a lot of home runs. Only 2 home runs in the playoffs. I guess this is probably in the World Series. Yeah, that's just in the World Series. 2 home runs in the World Series. For those of you that have been following me on YouTube or following me on my Twitch run here, I have made YouTube videos with the Gladiators right from the end of April when the game came out. I have over 100 OOTP 23 videos on YouTube from my first pack opening on the Gladiators. Mel Ott was my first diamond player, my first captain. And then Twitch came along and I saw I could give drops to the community. So I started streaming, and the Gladiators and my other team, the Jim Unknown Blue Jays, both ended up in the same Diamond League. Maybe it's a twist of fate. The first time I have 2 teams in the same league, one of them gets demoted. The Blue Jays are demoted, and the Gladiators somehow win it all. And let me show you guys. this is not a perfect team. I'm sorry. I'm going to admit it. This is not the best cards. I picked up Carl Hubble today. When I won my second round, I thought, I've got enough. 150K. Carl Hubble was on the market for 150K. I bought him. And that turned out to be a pretty good decision. Yeah, Hubble's good. But look at this. Seaver, Brown, Halliday. I don't have Jerry Royce. I don't have Sandy Koufax. I don't have John Matlock. Like probably 3 of the top 5 pitchers in the game, I don't have. I like my bullpen. McGraw, Eckersley, Leiter. I think my bullpen's pretty solid. But starters? Roy Halladay went 19-6 in Diamond this year. Mort Cooper went 19-4 in the bullpen. Kid Nichols went 11-1 in the bullpen. That is a Cinderella run for a team like this. And look at that. I just noticed it for the first time. The little Diamond Championship circle. I never made perfect last year in the game. I never made perfect the year before. 2019, the first edition of Perfect Team, I made Perfect League a couple times, but it was a different game back then. To make it now means so much more. And let's look at the hitters. Notice who I don't have. I don't have Babe Ruth. I don't have Ted Williams. I don't have Lou. I don't have the guys that a lot of the perfect teams or the Diamond champions have. I got some good players. Oscar Charleston, really good. Ken Griffey Jr., okay. Jackie Robinson, who I pulled on stream, my first historical perfect that I pulled on stream. Willie Wells, I pulled a couple weeks ago on stream. Paul Hines, who I bought day one on the card shop. The night he came out, I saw his ratings and I said, I want him. And he was only like 30,000 perfect points. So many people pass up Paul Hines and go for the bigger names. I kept Paul Hines and he's been really good for me, for the Gladiators. So I have a team of Mission players, a team of Cooperstown players. I bought Brooks Robinson because I couldn't earn him anymore. And yeah, this is a makeshift team that somehow made it to the playoffs and then made it to the finals. I got lucky along the way. 8th inning, scoring 2 runs against the top team in the league. And I got lucky that I didn't have to face the other top team in the league, that Milpin was able to knock them out. Overall leaderboard, Roy Halladay was second in the league in the regular season in earned run. Mort Cooper tied for second in wins. So that's good. And yeah, Oscar Charleston, player of the World Series. I don't know what to say. I'm going to stay on for a little bit longer because if you need your drops, I figure if I put in a good hour, that allows you guys to get drops because I don't think there's any other streams tonight that I'm aware of. And this might be your last chance to get some drops. So I know it's not a big audience. There's only about 30 of you here. I'm good with that. A small private party to celebrate my championship. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me look at the comments here. Mr. Norris, Mr. W. Norris, thank you with the congratulations. I've wanted this moment, but never knew how I'd react to this moment because there are so many good managers out there. So many teams that I'm a free-to-play player, and so many teams that get their cards because they can afford to buy them with perfect points or cash or however they do it. And again, I don't have probably 5 of the top 10 cards in the game. I don't have them. But with help from Kidneys, who kind of passed along his 60-18 pitching rotation, and I didn't put Hubble in that. He's my only lefty. He's a strong pitcher. I thought, no, I'm going to let him play the normal way. And it kind of worked out that way. Even though he only went, 5 innings most of the time. So this pitching strategy really worked for this team. And hitting wise, I just came up with a ballpark. The ballpark factors, I think, really do play a role. And my ballpark factors, I favored the right-handed BABIP players, but I favored the left-handed power hitters. Because my lefties, McCovey, Charleston, Griffey Jr., they're the power guys. My lefties are the power guys, and my contact guys are mainly righties. So righty BABIP favoring and lefty power favoring. So that is how I came up with my ballpark. And so for the first time, I feel that my managerial input may have made a difference. Maybe. Or maybe it's just random. And no matter what I did, I would have come out on top. So Cicero 2K, thank you so much for the congratulations. Thank you again, Radman. Radman, you've, I think, been watching my streams right from day one. Maybe not the YouTube component, but the Twitch component. Tomorrow you'll wish you had them. I'm not sure had who. I was probably chattering away and missed when you typed that. Tiva Dave. Davi? However you pronounce it, thank you for the follow on this momentous celebratory evening where I know I won't last in perfect, but I'm going to be at least allowed to look in, to spy in on all these top level teams and look at their ballpark factors, look at their pitching rotation, look at their innings pitched, and hopefully gain some knowledge from that. So I don't plan on being competitive. I just hope I don't finish last in Perfect League. I just want to be able to learn more from these really, really talented managers that consistently, Mr. Audits, Nailmen, Kidneys, McNush, who beat me in the Diamond playoffs when I first made Diamond. So yeah, I just want to absorb like a sponge some of the strategies and lineup usages that these managers have. Those top pitchers, oh, you don't have. Yeah, tomorrow, my goal when I bought this game, this version, make perfect team once. Just make it. I've achieved that goal. Everything else now is bonus. And like I said, I'm going to be able to look off all the other teams and, pass some of that along in my streams as well. But just to make it means a lot. And you saw what happened in Diamond. Who knows? Maybe I get the random generation and I make the playoffs and stay in Perfect League. I doubt it. Matlick. Royce. Who else did I miss? Koufax. Ruth. Ted Williams, the new one. Appling, Lou. Yeah, none of those guys are on the team. And I'm sure I'm missing a few more that, are regulars in Perfect Team. The new second baseman, LiQWYD, is another one. So yeah, it's a patchwork, and yeah, I know I'm jabbering away, but it's like that euphoria when you don't expect something and you win a championship like this. I know many of you have won diamond, or many people have won diamond. It's not as big of a deal, but for me it is. And for all free-to-play players, I think it's probably a victory. If you're free to play, this is you as well. It just goes to show free-to-play players can make it to the Perfect League. Maybe not be competitive when they're there, but at least make it there. Well, since we're here, and since I want to go at least an hour, we're a little bit away from that, and I don't think there's any other streams going on. Let's go and see if we can carry that into some packs. Notice what I got here, a choice pack. I'm going to save that. I'm not going to open it on tonight's stream because we've already celebrated a lot, but tomorrow on my stream, 1 p.m. Eastern, I'll inform you how I got that choice pack. You'll see how I made that pack part of this collection. So let's go and let's open up about 15 or so packs. Again, this wasn't a planned stream, just thought I would pop on and show the highlights. I fully expected to be reverse swept. After being up 2-1, I thought, okay, they're going to come back and win 3 straight. And thankfully it didn't happen. But hey, my typical getting 80 gold still happens. That hasn't changed. Maybe I can give you guys a few deals. Hopefully I can. If I get some duplicates of cards, they're going cheap. So stay tuned on your card shop. Thanks for those of you that are just tuning in. If you are just tuning in, I popped on tonight to go through the playoffs of my Diamond League 354 and to show the highlights. And with a smile on my face, you can probably guess how it went for the Gladiators. Dick Grote is a duplicate. He's going for 66 under league average. Yeah. Radman pulled the Babe Ruth, I learned today. And I think Radman's a free-to-play player. Pulled the Babe Ruth. Cool. It was our OOTP day today, Radman. I'm assuming it's the perfect Babe Ruth, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's the 99. I don't know which one you pulled. Not a duplicate, so I gotta keep him. Juan Moncada, if you play bronze tournaments, he is a must-have. It's probably why his value is a little higher than a lot of bronze. Part of missions, 123 is the league average. He's going for 97. Like I said, this is deliriously excited for winning diamond prices. You won't get these prices tomorrow, guys. Nope, not getting them tomorrow. And I'm not even going to call a timeout because give me all lives. Go ahead, come on, OOTP. Bring all those live players. Hey, a diamond. I've still only got 2 tops bunt, which I know is probably most or more than most people. Oh, you spent $25, Radman, to get your bronze team started? That's totally acceptable. You know, I still consider, if you put in $50 or less in the game, I still consider that free to play. Because that initial investment, I think, is important. Because it kickstarts you and gets you kind of that early lead. I did that last year with OOTP 22. didn't get me to perfect league, but I didn't do that this year because I was making the videos and just wanted to try and prove a point that you can be free to play. But I would still consider you free to play. So congrats. I mean, getting the Babe Ruth. And I think you said you're in gold this year. So you're making your way up there. Duplicate, going for minimum if you want them. Although it's probably not a big rush to get them. A live diamond. Only time I'm going to call a timeout is if I get 2 faceless players. That deserves a timeout. And another gold on this Sunday night. So tomorrow's stream is going to be mainly get in the game play, franchise play, where we take the 1921 season and we input players that were created by you guys. Yes, you guys can create players. And tomorrow we do the playoffs and we do the next amateur draft. So if you want to get in the game in my franchise, check it out tomorrow. You can fill out the Google form and you can have a player in the game. Pretty cool. EVC has a player. There's a few of you that follow regularly that have people in the game. So we'll see how the second World Series playoffs goes tomorrow. 1 faceless player, not timeout worthy. Another gold. Topps bunt would really kind of cap off the evening. Nope. But I don't have them, so I better keep them. More live, more live, more live. Okay, we got another Platinum 3. Yeah, $50, like $50 over 2 years isn't a lot at all. I mean, the game itself, when it first comes out, is close to $50. So I would say even anything under $100 in the cycle of a game is pretty good. I wouldn't consider it free to play if you're putting $100. But let's look at the values here. Like if you're only spending $25, that gets you what, like 30,000 perfect points, which is really nothing. 30,000 perfect points. You can't buy a top level card for 30,000 perfect points. No. So it's still like free to play. I mean, if you spend $100, you could buy a really good player for $100. Or if you wait for the sale, like Black Friday, that's probably coming up in a week or so, you can probably buy a really good couple of cards, because the Black Friday sales are going to get you about 250,000 perfect points for the same money. But again, if you buy perfect points, you either buy players or you buy packs. And there's no guarantee when you buy packs of getting an elite player. So Redman, putting $25 in, that's nothing. Yeah, you're still part of my club. You use iPad app, it's free. Oh, are you talking about the OOTP Go app? You play it on OOTP Go strictly on that? Yeah, I'm not sure. I use the app, but I'm not sure if you need to own the game to play Perfect Team on the app. Like, do you need to have the desktop version, or can you play on the app for free, Perfect Team? Yeah, good question. Where are we at here? Okay, we'll stay on for another 5 or 10 minutes because we're getting close to that 4th drop for those of you that might have come late. Any idea on the Perfect Team World Series? Anyone know how that's going? Last I checked in, I think Snails was down 2-0 to PGH. I think that was the last I saw. Oh, it is free. Okay, cool. I'll announce that tomorrow that if you just want to play Perfect Team for free, you just have to download the app and then set up an account. I did not know that. 22 BB Donald. Wow, Snails. You know what? Snails is a crafty manager. I look forward to going up into his league on Monday, tomorrow, and just kind of just being a student. That's what I am. I'm a student of these guys. Like, I think I know what I'm doing. I've been playing OOTP for 10 years now or more. A lot of franchise. And when you play a lot of franchise, you kind of transfer that over into Perfect Team. But there's still so much more I need to learn. So many of the intricate things, the sliders, the pitch counts, the base running. Here was our regular season numbers. Pretty good. Might be the best I've ever had. Except errors, I was 14th. But otherwise, really, really good. I fully expected the World Series to go 7 games. One more ad break, guys. I'll be back to close things off for the stream. Go grab a coffee, go grab a drink, go pet your dog. We'll be back in a minute and a half. All right, we're back for one last segment here. Finally caught my breath. And in the World Series, it sounds like it is 2-2 in the Perfect Team World Series. So that looks like it's going to go down to the stretch. Unfortunately, it's not being streamed. DishNet is off this week. And I thought maybe Alex Axel might do it, but he might have been busy as well. Hopefully Dish will come back stronger than ever next week and be able to stream more. He calls a really good stream. And BB Donald says it is now 3-2 Snails. After being down 2-0, Snails has come back 3-2. And yeah, again, he really deserves it. Snails is a very mathematical, statistical mind. I've never talked to him. I've never chatted with him. Just based on what I see on Discord, he seems to have a really good mind for the game. And he and Kidneys really work well together and craft up some really good strategies. I know Kidneys has made the finals of Perfect Team. And he's been in Perfect League for a few seasons now. So those two guys work together well, and I think they help each other out in terms of strategy. So hopefully Snail can hold on and go into game number 6, I guess, and keep that 3-2 lead and win it all. If you're just joining here and you didn't see the early part of my stream, I went through the highlights of game 4 and 5. We were up 3 games to 1, or 2 games to 1. We won game 4, and then in a nerve-wracking fashion, when I thought we had won, we didn't in the 9th inning, and then we did get the last batter out. So we did beat the Milpin Korea 4 games to 1 to take Diamond, my first ever Diamond Championship in 3 years. In 3 versions of this game, my first Diamond Championship. So I'm excited. I'm pumped to go into Perfect League, where they have a little bit different structure up in that Perfect League. Remember, Diamond winners only get to move up. I think in past years, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 teams got to move up, but only one gets promoted. And yeah, it should be a really fun experience. The other team, I mentioned the Jim Unknown Blue Jays. My second team got relegated. You see them here, 71 wins, 91 losses, 2 games below the cut line. -5 difference, so we probably should have stayed in diamond, but we didn't get the rolls of the dice. And even though we went 7-3 in our last 10 games, it wasn't good enough. So they get to go down to gold and hopefully dominate. And look at their team. This is not a team that you would expect to be in diamond. Shoeless Joe, most people get rid of him way before diamond. Roy Parnell, Joe Tinker. Pitching wise, we picked up Mathewson and Pedro and Tom Seaver. And our bullpen, again, is pretty decent. So I feel my strength is my pitching on both teams. But this team, yeah, they just didn't have that generation luck to stay up in diamond. So for the first time in maybe 10 seasons, I don't have a team in diamond. I got one in perfect and one in gold. But maybe next season, they meet each other again. Or maybe I can come up against some of you guys. Maybe, Radman, I can be up against you with my Blue Jays in gold. Let's see. BB Donald, you mentioned that you were in perfect team one and done. Does that mean you only played perfect, or you were in perfect league? Oh, okay. So where are you now, BB Donald? Are you in diamond, or did you drop further down? 77 wins, huh? Yeah, just looking over the chat here, guys, see if there's anything I missed a little earlier up. Radman, if you get Go, the mobile version, you need to pay $20 to get all the teams for the base game. Oh, so $20 gets you all the historical seasons? I know you can buy like packages of $4.99 or something for like 4 or 5 seasons. So $20 gets you everything. And then hopefully carries over next year so you don't have to rebuy them. Get ready to win. We'll see. We'll see how that works out. Well, let's open up, let's go for 8 more packs. 8 more packs to finish off the episode to see if I can give you guys a few deals for things that you need. Pack number 2, nothing going on there. Pack number 3, again, I am back tomorrow for my Get in the Game franchise. And whoa, maybe it was a good call to open up a few more packs. Haven't pulled a perfect in a long time. The gold card is an 82 Michael Brantley. And we got free to play. Sometimes we get rewarded as well. As Cicero says, bingo! Yes. Sometimes you have those disappointing OOTP days where you lose in Game 7 of a finals. I've had that happen a lot. And sometimes you win a Diamond League and pull a Topps Bunt card, which means I'll probably get not much tomorrow. So Michael Brantley, I don't have yet, so I got to keep him. And Ronald Acuna Jr., 94 low diamond, going for about 21,000. I am not finishing this mission. I'm going to hang on to him for now. I want to see what comes out on Thursday or next Thursday when they have the toppers. So I'm not going to quite sell him yet. But nice card. Live. That's okay. 8 live in a row, 12 live in a row. a faceless, 2 faceless players, 16 live cards in a low row, and Wally Post. There's just nothing I can offer you guys for sale here. How about a 97? That's like half of the lowest price. See you, Radman. I'm signing off soon as well. Hope to catch you tomorrow for some drops. Thanks for tuning in and having this moment with me. Go eat. Have a good evening. Another gold, Andy Rushman. And one more pack. What are we going to end it off with? It is a bingo. There you go, Cicero. You called bingo earlier, and we end off with the bingo. But not a very valuable bingo. So 28. Well, guys, again, this was an unplanned stream. I did not plan to come on tonight. But once I saw my progression in the playoffs, I thought, what the heck? Worst I can do is lose in 6 or 7 games. And as you see, once again, wildcard team, 93 wins. We crush our opponent in 2 games. Division series, Grover Beach, who finished ahead of us. We crush in 3 games. League championship against the top team in the regular season, Cleveland Fossils. We're up 3-1. We lose. We go to game 7. We're down 2-0 with 2 out in the 8th. We rally to tie it, and we score in the 11th to win game 7. And in the World Series, we're up 2-1. I come on stream. We win game 4. We go to game 5. We almost lose game 4. We're up 5-1, and they come back to make it 5-4. And then in game 5, it's 3-3. Headed to the 9th, I believe it is. Let's take a look here. Yeah, headed to the 9th, 3-3. We score the go-ahead run, and they can't come back to tie it, to win the Diamond World Series. So that is going to do it for me. Hope you did get a few extra drops here that you might have need. I know Gorgo is on, Nersha was on earlier. I don't think there's any other streamers tonight. Sometimes Alex comes on late at night. Maybe he'll be on. Do we have another update from the Perfect Team World Series? They're probably on a bye, right? Because if it's 3-2, there's probably a bye game. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy your Sunday night. We are Diamond 354 champs. Tune in tomorrow. Get in the game where you can fill out a Google form. Let me just post that quick in case you do want to do that, because I can get you in the game for tomorrow's stream if you choose to do that. Let me get that up. Wasn't prepared for this because I didn't expect to come on tonight. I expected to be having supper going, another loss in the Diamond playoffs. Another loss by the Gladiators. All right, let me post this in chat. Again, if you are not in my Get in the Game franchise series, where you are amongst historical random generated players, you can get in the game and be part of the draft that's taking place tomorrow. You didn't get in season 1 or season 2, but you can get in for season 3. Create a player, tell me how you want his profile to look, and he will be part of the amateur draft tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening, guys. Stay safe. Be kind to not only yourself, but someone else over the next few days. and it's cold up here in Canada. Weather update tomorrow.